Hey, how's everybody doing out there? Just want to give you my opinion on the LG V30. I go by the name Optimus Prime. I love tech, but mostly phones. Yeah, I love phones. I have the LG V30 here. Love this device. I had the LGV20. Very nice device as well, but my issues with that phone, the display was nice, but it was nowhere near as nice as this display on this phone. This is a POLED display, which I love. LG had been using IP LCD screens for a long time, and they just wasn't cutting it for me. I love OLED displays, so that's what I prefer. And Samsung clearly makes the best displays on any smartphone. But, however, I do love the display on this phone. It's close to being as good as Samsung's, but of course Samsung is still better. But it's up there. I would rank it close to number 2 or number 3. The hardware on this phone is really, really nice. I love it. It's got Gorilla Glass 5 on the front and back. I'm not going to get into fingerprints on the back of the phone, because if a phone is made of glass, you're going to get fingerprints, so why even complain about it? I just don't see the point. Just slap a skin on there or slap a case on there like I have. I prefer cases because skins don't protect your phone, but cases do. Alright, so I love the fact that it has dual cameras. The cameras on here are great. You have one regular, you have one wide angle. I love the wide angle lens. The front camera is not the best, but it's not bad. Okay, it could be better, but it's not horrible. I hear so many reviewers say it's horrible, but it's not horrible. But it could be better, definitely. This phone has wireless charging on it, which I think is great. Been waiting forever for LG to finally put wireless charging on the phone. The only thing that I wish it also had was fast wireless charging, because just having wireless charging is good, but it's very, very slow. And Samsung is the only company that I know of so far that has fast wireless charging on their phones. This phone, however, does charge very quickly with a wired connection, so I love that. It has Bluetooth 5.0, which is great. It also has Oreo 8.0, which it should have 8.1, but at least it has 8.0. And one thing I have to say about LG, they're very, very, very bad at updating their phones. Like I said, I have the LG V20, and it still does not have Oreo, and it has no 2018 security updates, which I think is pretty pathetic, and LG should be embarrassed for that fact. Alright, the phone is also IP68 water and dust resistant, which I think is great. It has a 3,300 milliamp battery, and I would have to say the battery life on this phone is really, really impressive. I mean, I'm really impressed. All LG phones I've had previous, like the G4 was pretty decent with battery life. It wasn't bad at all. But the V10, horrible battery life. V20, a little bit better, but not great. But this is the best battery life I've gotten out of an LG phone. It's really, really good. It just sips battery, and the standby time is phenomenal. Now, let's talk about the quad DAC. The quad DAC on this phone is unbelievable. You just put in a pair of headphones, wired headphones, and I'm telling you, you'll be amazed. The quad DAC on this phone is the best. No question about it. And I love the fact that there is still a headphone jack. Please, LG, never take away the headphone jack like so many of these companies are doing. Just don't do that. We need our headphone jack, because sometimes I don't want wireless headphones. I want to be able to have the option to use wireless headphones or wired headphones. So I love the fact that I still have the option. But the quad DAC on here is second to none. Okay? Alright. Now, LG skin, I don't really care for it all that much. It's kind of cartoony. I put Nova Launcher on here because I think Nova Launcher is awesome, and you just have so many options with Nova Launcher. So I put Nova Launcher on here, and I could pretty much set this phone up the way I want to, and I like the option. All right, now once again, I say again, great display, POLED display. They did a great job with the display. The always on display on this phone, awesome. I love it. I still like Samsung's a little bit better, but this one is impressive, and it gets nice and bright, and you can see all your notifications and things like that. So great job, LG, with the always on display, and it also sips battery, so I love that. Now the fingerprint sensor, of course, LG always has it on the back. Very, very fast, 100%, no problem. The fingerprint sensor on my LGV30 stopped working after 2 weeks. I don't know what happened, but that really, really upset me. I don't know what happened, and then it was slow at that. So they finally did a fingerprint sensor that was great. The only issue I have with the fingerprint sensor is that it doubles as a power button. I prefer the power button on the right side where my thumb is at. I would prefer that. But the fingerprint sensor is great. Facial unlock also is very, very good, but it's not always 100%. Sometimes I have to double tap the screen to wake the screen up, and then it opens up my facial unlock. Sometimes I don't. So I don't like that. That facial unlock could just be a lot better. It is fast when it works, but it's not 100%. So, take that, as it is. I love the thin bezels at the top and the bottom. I wish the bezels on the side were a little thinner, but still, these thin bezels are great because it gives you more screen real estate, which I love, because I love to watch movies and videos on my phone, probably more than the average person, but that's what I love. So I want more screen. I wish it was 6.2 or 6.3 inches, but 6 inches is still 3 inches bigger than the V20, which is 5.7 inches. This phone has zero lag, no lag at all, and I love that. That's impressive. No lag. I wish this phone had dual front stereo speakers, and to me there's no excuse you're going to charge people $700-800 for a flagship phone and you can't even put dual speakers on it. I think that's pretty pathetic. But the speaker on the bottom is okay. It doesn't get as loud as it could, but that's okay. But there's room for dual speakers on the front. I have the ZTE phone that has great speakers. I mean, those are the best speakers that I have on any smartphone device. And also the Alcatel 4S, I have that, and the speakers on that are great, and they're both on the front, just really thin at the top. So there's no excuse for people not putting the speakers on the front of the phone. Okay, it's all right, the bottom and the earpiece, but you don't have to do that. You could put a speaker grill on the top and on the bottom of your phone. There's no excuse for them not doing that. So I wish LG had did this with the V30. Now, software features, I'm not going to get into them all because you've seen already a bunch of videos about their software features, but their software features, I do like them. It's not as many as Samsung has, but they're nice. They're cool. I like them. So, and also, just want to say again, the phone overall is a good phone. It's a good buy. It's not too light. I know some people complain about it being too light. It's not too light for me. It feels fine. Samsung Note 8 is a little heavier than this, much heavier than this, but it feels fine. Some people don't like a heavy phone, but it doesn't feel cheap or anything like that. Okay, it doesn't. Once again, no lag. The phone is buttery smooth. It's fast. The display is great, and I think you would not be wasting your money right now if you go and purchase this phone, because you can get it for under $400 right now. I think it's foolish for people, whether they can afford it or not, to pay $8,000, $9,000, $1,200 for a phone when all you have to do is just exercise some patience and wait for the price to drop dramatically, because they always do within months, and then go get you a brand new device that's still a flagship with all the top specs. There's no reason for you to pay that much money for a phone if you don't have to. And I refuse to pay that much money for a phone anymore. I paid almost $1,000 for the Note Edge, which was a phone that had never been seen before. Nobody had ever did that with a smartphone with the edge on the side. And I really am disappointed that Samsung didn't stay with that design, because I really thought it was excellent. The way they did that edge display was really phenomenal. And it was a limited edition. And I spent $900, I believe, $65 for that phone, and I regret it, because you can get that phone now for like $150. and the display wasn't as bright as the Note 4, and the battery wasn't that great because they made the battery smaller, which was a disappointment. But it was a state of the art. It was just, nobody had a phone like that, and it was a limited edition. That's why I jumped all over it. I didn't see a lot of people with that phone. But anyway, you can get this phone now for less than $400. So get this phone. If you're into LG and you like their products, this is a great phone to get. Skip the V20. Now, the only thing I would say also, I failed to mention one other thing. LG, bring back the IR blaster. There was no reason for you to have gotten rid of the IR blaster. That was a great feature to have on these devices, and that's something that you really should bring back. I have no idea why Samsung and LG took away the IR blaster. It made no sense to me. Put a bigger battery in here, bring back the IR blaster, and whatever else you're going to do, make the phone a little bit bigger with the screen, but bring back the IR blaster, please. We appreciate it. And add some fast wireless charging to this thing. Okay? And add even faster charging. Like, be able to charge your phone within like an hour as opposed to an hour and a half. People are in a hurry these days. They want everything quick. That would be nice. But anyway, once again, phone is great. Get this device. You won't be disappointed. This is a great, great device. Okay? It ain't on par with the Note 8. But it's a great device. All right. Y'all take it easy. See you again next time.